Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, to another expert replay here. This time we have a 1 vs 1 on Forgotten Forest, and here on the bottom left corner we are starting with the red colored China Vanilla of the Tank Destroyer. And Tank Destroyer is known as MiRaGE. And here on the top right position we have in the green color Mental Patient, and Mental Patient is known as Scuba. And he is also China Vanilla, so we have a China Vanilla mirror game on Forgotten Forest. So let's go with it with this expert replay. Let's see how exciting this game will turn out. I didn't saw it before, so this is also the first time I see it. And let's go. So both players really standard here with the reactor. Nothing really special there at the beginning. Scuba is driving here directly to the bottom, so we just have to wait until something special is happening. Right now only standard stuff is happening, but Scuba is not selling his command center, which is surprising, and he is now on 2 supplies, and also MiRaGE on 2 supplies. But MiRaGE sold his command center, Scuba didn't do it, so he has a disadvantage now. If we take a look at the money, now here MiRaGE on 800 while Scuba on 1300, but MiRaGE has more money now. But Scuba on the other hand has his radar, and he sees everything what's going on this big map, and he's also now establishing a barracks here on the bottom position so he can capture this oil derrick very fast. And he's also now building a dragon tank. On the other hand, MiRaGE is building some listening outposts, and listening outposts are very good against those dragon tanks. And he's also on 2 war factories, so we have 1 barracks, 1 war factory against 2 war factories. Those are here driving to the top. Maybe he is hiding it in the corner, or he's establishing a barracks here in the corner. We will find it out in the next few seconds. Listening outpost here meeting up with a dragon tank. If the dragon tank is creating a flame wave, then this means horrible trouble for the listening outpost, and there's a flame wave and the listening outpost falls. Both tank hunters are dying, going up into flames, and this is what you don't want to have as the listening outpost player. If a flame wave hits you, then your listening outpost is doomed to burn down. There's also now a flame wave, a dragon tank by MiRaGE, directly moving to the base of his opponent. While there was a Gatling tank finished off by another Gatling tank, didn't do any damage here at all. Now flame wave, dragon tank killed nothing here, is now on the way to destroy this Gatling tank, but there is a MiG by Scuba who stops this dragon tank without receiving any damage. Here this oil derrick was burnt down, and so the top oil derrick goes to no player. I think Scuba burned it down, and MiRaGE killed the dragon tank of Scuba. Now he lost his listening outpost because he was not careful enough here with this garrison building. He is also now losing a second listening outpost to this one single garrison building, which is a big loss, and now his Gatling tank also getting picked off very easily. And he is just not very careful here with his attacks. He is losing another Gatling tank to this one single occupied building. Where is he? Where is he on the battlefield? He's clearly not here. Now another listening outpost to this occupied building. I'm not sure what he's doing or what was he doing, but he clearly wasn't paying attention to this one single occupied building. This was not very good here. Okay, now dragon tank driving to the top to clear out this very effective occupied building, while Scuba is taking control over the oil derrick here on the bottom right, and this is the only oil derrick here on the battlefield because the second one got burnt down before anyone could capture it. Another attack wave of MiRaGE on the way to the base of Scuba. But is he careful enough again? Or is he careful enough this time, I should say. The Dragon Tank getting picked off here by this Gatling Tank. And now those two Gatling Tanks of MiRaGE moving in. There are 3 MiGs up in the sky, no black napalm. And they shouldn't fly into those Gatling Tanks. Losing 2 MiGs here to those 2 Gatling Tanks. And I don't know if this paid off. I don't think so. Tank Hunter couldn't occupy this building. Wasn't able to do it. Also this Tank Hunter is very lucky here. Not getting picked off by this Gatling Tank. But now the tank is driving back and killing him now. Listening outposts at it again. Killing this Dragon Tank. While this listening outpost is taking good care of the Gatling tanks of his opponent. There's now a Gatling tank of MiRaGE moving in here on the right, but there are 4 MiGs sitting ready to pick this one Gatling tank off, and here's also this little force of Scuba. So this tank has to retreat. More units here grouping up with this Gatling tank, and now Scuba has to use his MiGs, and he has to use it very wisely. He is shooting on one position to create a flame wave, but the flame wave is not created, and so he lost 2 MiGs unnecessarily to his opponent. And now his opponent MiRaGE is standing right in front of his base, killing another listening outpost. The MiGs are trying to defend the base, but there's a listening ECM tank. And MiRaGE is just not losing any units here, and the MiGs cannot do any damage to those units. Another Gatling tank here, picking off one Gatling tank here, very luckily. MiGs picking off another Gatling tank, not. Just missing it here. There's also a Black Lotus here, stealing cash or selling the. She's selling the supply center. One Gatling tank here in front of the airfield, and this looks very dark for Scuba. 4 ECM tanks disabling 1 ECM tank of the opponent. And like I said, a very dark hour for Scuba here. He's now losing his airfield, losing his Dragon tank, and also losing his listening outpost. If we take a look at the money and the vision, he has a Black Lotus sneaked in the opponent's base. And he has still his second base here on the bottom, but he is about to lose his top base. He has a large enemy force sitting in front of his base. He's now capturing the war factory of his opponent, and it looks like he's successfully with it. Opponent is selling the war factory, but Scuba also losing his command center now, and also his radar is gone. Okay, Black Lotus now stealing the power reactor, which is sold in time. This little force of Scuba tried to defend his base, but he has no success whatsoever. And there's also no an infernal cannon in the mix of MiRaGE's units, and infernal cannons can be very tough if they are grouped with 3 or 4 infernal cannons. Now losing his next war factory. There's only the supply center left. The dozer is retreating, but the question is he getting away? No, he isn't. The ECM took care of it, and now the supply is going to fall. He should sell it to get the 750 cash of it. Instead, now he's losing this building to Black Lotus. And there's still the dozer, which is getting picked off any second, I assume. Yep, there's getting tagged to pick it off. Supply trucks also getting destroyed. And Scuba is rebuilding now his command center here in his base. The MiG tried to find Black Lotus. Let's take a look at the vision of Scuba. Scuba has 5,000 cash. But is he losing Black Lotus? And yes, he is losing Black Lotus. She disabled the listening outpost. But at what cost? She disabled it for no reason and now she got killed. She tried to disable it so she can get away, but it was too late. The MiG was up in the sky and shot her in her face. Now Scuba has his command center up again, has his radar now again, and he is sitting on 3000 cash while his opponent is sitting also on 3000 and has such a huge map control.
Has been discovered.
But his Black Lotus is getting picked off here.
Unit lost.
Very unfortunately for him. And it looks like Scuba is slowly rebuilding here. He is in a very dark situation, but he is now establishing another supply at his second supply. And you have to bring into your mind that he has no supply. He is only on one oil derrick. But he has this large tank force sitting in the middle. But here's also this another large tank force of his opponent, MiRaGE. So now is the question, who is microing better? Listening outpost already falls. Infernal Cannon shoots, but missing the units. There's also now an Infernal Cannon of Scuba, but losing it to this ECM. Now the fight begins. Scuba is engaging here over the flank, while this Infernal Cannon attracting the attention of those tanks here on the bottom. Gatling tanks getting picked off here easily by Scuba, and now the missing outposts picking off the rest of the army of MiRaGE. And this was a very good offense here by Scuba, who has still some units left, and there's only one Infernal Cannon left for MiRaGE. But here's an Overlord tank now, a very slow one, and also a Battlemaster, but they can be picked off very easily if microed correctly, because Overlord tanks are so slow. There's another slow Overlord tank. In Command & Conquer Generals they are very effective in 1 versus 1, but in 0 hour I think they lost their effectiveness, if this is the right word. It's not so effective anymore to build them, let's say it this way. Black Lotus sold the command center here, and Scuba again without a command center. But there's the missing outpost, and is he scout this Black Lotus? Yes he is, and the Gatling tank is already chasing her. She's getting into the building, luckily for her, and she can now wait here till the situation is over. There's a lot of time to wait. Now the force of MiRaGE is moving in, while we have the first artillery barrage of MiRaGE targeting maybe the oil derrick or the propaganda center. Both targets are very effective, and he's targeting the oil derrick, destroying the war factory and the oil derrick. Also very nice hit. But oil derrick survived here with 1 health point, and this is really unfortunate. Highly unfortunate for MiRaGE not getting rid of this oil derrick. Another Black Lotus here. This was the Black Lotus here from the building. Okay, she's now disabling the listening outpost to get away, and she's successfully with it. Now getting away, and the force of MiRaGE is picking off this one listening outpost, while Scuba is rebuilding his base here on the top right corner. He has his main supply up again, and also his third command center in this game, and also a war factory here on the top. Supply set, the second supply center of Scuba taking some damage, and I think he is selling it, and yep, there's the sell. Also he's losing his propaganda center, and Black Lotus about to capture the half dead oil derrick, but there's this Gatling cannon, and the Gatling cannon can finish off this oil derrick if it is captured. And if Scuba notices it, but I think he's noticing it. Not shooting on the oil derrick. There's still this large force of MiRaGE sitting in front of Scuba's base. Scuba doesn't have a lot to defend his base. The ECM tanks are doing a good micro here, but there's a bomber directly at the force of MiRaGE, and what a beautiful hit. Almost destroyed the half of the army. Overlord tank getting disabled, and what a nice defense bomber that was. Very nicely done here by Scuba. And now Scuba is back in the game. This one epic bomber saved him today, and now he can rebuild his whole army while his enemy has to cut his losses and rebuild his army. The Gatling can destroy the oil rig now. And Black Lotus moving here over the right flank to maybe sell the third command center, but there's a listening outpost and I think Black Lotus is going to die. There's now artillery strike here on the war factory and the supply, or not. Not destroying the airfield completely. A bomber on the war factory and the main supply, and he's destroying the main supply. Also those two supply trucks, which hurts a lot in the economy of Scuba. But Scuba luckily on 2,500 cash, so he can rebuild it very easily. And he also has his dozer. And luckily for him, he doesn't have to rebuild his war factory. He's now building up his second supply again. And I think Black Lotus got killed here. Yep, she got killed. There's a dragon tank moving here, sneaky up to the top. And I think Scuba doesn't know about it. He is just passing by. Now he knows about it. Now he should do something about it. Maybe with this ECM tank. Instead, he's just ignoring it.
Unit lost.
Lost a tank hunter here on the try to occupy this building. Now the dragon tank is moving in, and I think he's about to lose his war factory. He's now selling it, but it's too late. 2,000 cash lost. And that's because he was not careful enough here with the radar. He has no radar, but sometimes we have to scroll around here, and he didn't do it. So now he did pay for it, and his war factory got destroyed. Now Scuba's force is sitting in front of Mirage space. There's a nice placed bomber. Those mix were kind of waste there. Bomber now engaging. But he also stolen some cash there. But Mirage saw it with the bomber and got away. But this bomber was nice enough to destroy the war factory and do some good damage there. Now the force of Mirage is moving in. The second supply is in danger. He should sell it because there's no supplies anymore. Mirage is moving back a little bit. He's waiting for the right moment to attack the enemy's force. Losing his supply there. And now he's moving in. His ECM tank needs to be microed very well, or the listening outpost will do some good damage here. The attack is going on here, and it looks like that Mirage is taking the win here. A not so nice bomber placed, only destroying an ECM tank, and now Scuba is getting away with 3 tanks. While the tank hunter tried to place a bomb here on the overlord tank, but no success. And for now it looks very even here for both players. Mirage only on 100 cash, while his opponent Scuba on 3,500. Building now a barracks, and I think he's getting ready to attack 2 hackers, I assume. Or he's just building it for fun. Or for Black Lotus. I think it's both for Black Lotus. He sell on the second supply, but the artillery was too fast there, and the second supply got picked off. Also a supply truck, but directly placing a supply center there again. It looks like Mirage is preparing another assault. Also Scuba here on the move, but this is just not enough against all this. Only the CCM tank can be scary if used correctly, but this is just too much for Scuba. Scuba now picking off some supply trucks, but I think they are only there for scouting purposes. Oh, we have a white ECM tank here, a very OP ECM tank. Of course not, but looks very funny here. This is the white edition, next available on the EA store. for $70 or what I know. Mine drop again here, and listening outpost clearing out some mines. There's a bomber targeting the base of MiRaGE, and I think he's going to destroy the barracks and the reactor. Barracks already destroyed, also propaganda center and the reactor. So this was a very well placed bomber. 3 buildings destroyed. And there are also 2 hackers on the battlefield, but I think they're getting hit now by the artillery barrage of Scuba. And I think, yep, that's the case, what's happening, and there it goes. Those 2 hackers are dead now. And this was the last income of MiRaGE. MiRaGE only on his few units right now. Those are also moving in here on the top, but he cannot build anything. This is just no all in, and that's it. If this fails, then he is defeated. While this enemy Scuba is in such a good shape. He is rebuilding his propaganda center. He has some units here chasing away this dozer, destroying it. And he has also some units here back in his base. I think Scuba is going to win this match. Propaganda center up again. Those last 5 units moving in here on the right. And now let's see who's going to take the win, but I think Scuba, but there's, what is there, EMP, no, a mine drop, killing the ECM tank, also a tank hunter, and this was very good here. Now the last 2 tank hunters getting picked off very easily, and this overlord tank is not a really easy target for this ECM tank. We have now this OP ECM tank over the left, also getting and a listening outpost preparing to destroy the last buildings here. There was a bomber, tried to finish off some units here, but only got the supply truck, I think. Black Lotus disabled this overlord tank, and now this was the last unit of MiRaGE, and there's the GG. MiRaGE is defeated, he surrendered, and this was a really good game here between MiRaGE and Scuba. And yeah, really entertaining, and the best thing about it, it was not Tournament Desert, it was Forgotten Forest, and it was a good map. And I also like some differences in the casting when I have some more other maps than Tournament Desert or Fallen Empire. Okay, this was another expert replay here between Scuba and MiRaGE. And yeah, I try not to do cast more replays. You had some complaints about where are the videos, is this channel dead or what, and yeah, I'm uploading not so much right now because I have not so much free time as before, and yeah, now I have to find time to record, and yeah, it's also always hard to find those good replays. Also, I'm try to not find those Tournament Desert replays. I try to find some other maps than Tournament Desert. And if you think you have a good replay, or you have saw a good replay, you can send us in, of course. There is my email somewhere on my website, I believe. And if not, it's cncHD 1989 at gmx.de, but I think the email address is on my homepage of my website. The link is in the description below, cncHD.pp.com. And if you have an awesome replay you like to send in, you can send it in on this email account, and then I will look after it and decide if I can cast it or not. And also, sending in replays have the effect that I can cast more, and yes, that I can cast more in the month, so you will get more videos. Otherwise I have to search for the good replays, and then this will cost time and makes me tired, and yeah, but who cares. So I try to upload more videos now, but I cannot promise it. Anyway, this was a long sentence here, and also a lot of blubbering here. So I thank you for watching. This is your cncHD, and if you want to see the replay, links in the description below, gamereplays.org, and thank you for watching. Peace out.